Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And we are here with Allyson Schreier, the CEO and founder of ZinniaTV.com, Zinnia TV, especially for those with Alzheimer's dementia. And we're talking about environmental wellness for those with dementia. And Allyson, I'm going to just throw something out because I've done a lot of research on color. Mm-hmm. And we may not even think about what goes on in our homes and how we live every day. But there's been some studies on color and how it affects the brain of someone with Alzheimer's. Could you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I absolutely can. So we'll talk about specific colors. We'll also talk about just sort of colors in general. Okay. So people who are living with dementia have challenges seeing contrast. So an example, my bathroom at my house, white floor, white walls, white toilet. My husband would go into the bathroom and he would shut the door and he would urinate on the wall. Why? He couldn't see the toilet because it's the same color as the floor, same color as the wall. So what do? We replace the toilet seat with like a bright colored toilet seat, something with high contrast. Families will do things like in a house that has a white tile floor, white bathtub, they will put a brightly colored shower curtain, or maybe they'll put tape along the edge of the bathtub to prevent a person from falling in. So if I ask my husband to clean the breadcrumbs off the white counter, he cannot see them. And it's really because they're just that contrast in color is just not there. Mm-hmm. So what I want to do is make sure that I create color contrasts for people. So in the kitchen, for instance, maybe what I want to do is have brightly colored towels that aren't the same color as the counter or the table. We want things like put switch plates on the wall. Like we always make our switch plates so they blend in. But what I want to do is actually use highly contrasting colors on my switch plate. So they're
now you can buy those fancy ones on Amazon.
And there are certain colors. So if I wouldn't serve somebody a glass of water, you can't really see my glass of water, but it's clear. What I might do is serve glasses of water in a colored cup, or if I'm going to use a clear cup, I can add drops of food coloring or a little bit of like juice to the water so that it has a color. So people see that there's actually something in there. Mm-hmm. As far as colors themselves go, so red is a color that's associated with warmth, and it's also an appetite enhancer. It is the most common color of a plate that is used in long-term care settings. Mm-hmm. It creates contrast, and because it enhances appetite. So if I gave somebody a white plate and on that I put some white pasta or I put white rice, it's very hard for them to actually see the rice or the potatoes or the pasta on the plate. So therefore that contrasting color is really helpful. Blue, by comparison, is considered an appetite suppressant. So maybe I wouldn't want to have blue plates. Blue is also a color that promotes peace and calm and can lower blood pressure and anxiety. So if I'm going to have like a snuggly blanket that I'm going to cover somebody with, if it's a red blanket, that kind of promotes thoughts about warmth. If it's a blue blanket, then maybe that would promote a sense of ease and calm, which is something that the color green also does. And I think that it has to do with the fact that these are the colors in nature, right? Mm-hmm. Colors that we just that reduce our central nervous system activity. We're talking about green again, creating a sense of calm. And so therefore, maybe what I want to do if somebody runs to high anxiety is dress them in colors that will promote calm and soothing. Maybe a green top, for instance, with patterns. Lime green is a color that draws lots of attention. And so therefore, maybe what I want to do is if I'm going to put labels on cabinets, for instance, or I want to put instructions next to the coffee maker, maybe I use lime green paper or lime green sticky notes. And black can be a color that, as mentioned previously, can be kind of scary because it's like a hole on a floor, for instance.
Right.
And I want to be sure that I use something that are light color there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It may be too, is wearing black when you go see them. Does that affect people?
Well, especially for a person with Lewy body dementia, especially from the legs down, that's something that causes some alarm. And so therefore, light colored pants and light colored shoes can be helpful when I visit a person with dementia.
Yeah, yeah. And these are very, very good tips. So look around your environment. What colors are the most attractive to someone if you have a loved one with dementia? And we're going to come back in this next segment and we're going to talk about the environmental 4 F's. And Allyson, you and we're going to be right back right after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.